Hello guys, so today is the voting day for the election period here in the Philippines. So just voted. As you can see, there's an ink on my finger. And after we voted, we went to some pet shop and got some stuff. I'm gonna show you in a while what I got. But now we're gonna bring this stuff in. Hey guys, so we're back at home. So we just went to the voting precinct and guys, exercise your right to vote. And after that, we had lunch with my mom and my sister, and we went around. This pet shop, Petcore, they had a discount for people who voted. So those people with this ink in their fingers, they have a discount at the shop. So I told my mom, and we just went there because we had nothing to do, and we got some stuff. Okay, so let's get on with the items. So as you can see, there is a new tank. That is a 5-gallon tank. And we got some plants. Those are just some Bacopa varieties. And we have some fishes. The fishes, I wasn't really planning to get fishes, but I'm going to show you in a while what I got. So I'm planning to move Cal out of this community tank actually. That's why we got the 5-gallon tank. And the reason why is he has been aggressive. He has shown some aggression towards some sick fishes. So he doesn't really mind these healthy fishes. But if you can see an easy target, like a fish that's not moving well. I had a black neon tetra before that had swimming bladder disease. And he just tried to drag him around the tank. And also Mr. Guppy, who lost all his fins. If you've seen my previous video, I'm suspecting Cal was the one who did that. So these are my two fishes. Very unexpected. I wasn't planning to buy any fish. And these are the feeds. So Francis, why do you get feeds for a goldfish or koi? Why? What for? I already have a curry. I'm using a curry to feed my goldfish. So why did I get these bonuses feeds for koi and goldfish? I'm going to show you why. First, we got a new goldfish. So it's another rancho. It's so cute. I was planning to get two. But we won't be adding them to the 70-gallon tank yet because they're still too small. So we're going to try to grow them out a bit before adding them to the 70-gallon tank. And those goldfishes are like fat asses, okay? They might bully him. They might, try to push him away when it's feeding time. And also this tank doesn't have much hiding spots for smaller fishes. So if I put the new rancho in there, he might get stressed. He's gonna get so worked up with the big fishes, and it's very possible that he's gonna die from stress. So I'm gonna show you the second fish we got. This is crazy actually. It's a platinum short body koi. Crazy. This is the first koi we have in this household. So this is not even my choice. My mom bought this because she fell in love with this. She loved how it looks so much. And the pet shop owner also showed us pictures of how it will look when it's adult size. And it's really beautiful. So my mom was really looking at the tank. And okay, she's asking, can you take care of this guy? Can it fit in the 70-gallon? And yeah, we also asked some advices from the pet shop owner. And yeah, these guys don't get that large compared to regular kois because they're short body. So, and they also do well with adult goldfishes. So they're not going to harm any goldfish as long as they don't fit in their mouth. So yeah, we're going to try to grow this guy. And maybe in the future, there's some possibility with some, future projects for a pond. I've already talked to my mom about that, and she's kind of interested in it too. So we'll see. So I mentioned that I won't be putting these two, the platinum koi and the ranchu, because they're too small for the 70-gallon tank. They might get stressed with the big fishes. So I'm planning to use this tank for now, but I think it's too small. Yeah, I think it's still too small. 5 gallons is too small for a baby koi. Even if they're just baby, there's a possibility that putting them in a small, water volume tank is going to stunt their growth. So we don't want that. And we have limited resources. We don't have any extra large aquarium to store this, guys. But we will figure that out in a while. So for now, we're gonna start acclimating them, because actually we're gonna transfer them to this, small tray or plastic tray. And we're gonna be using water from this goldfish tank. And the reason why is because our hose outside, our garden hose, is exposed in the sun, and it's really hot this time of the year, and it's letting out really warm water. So we don't want to acclimate our fishes with that water, because it's gonna be too big of a change in temperature, and that's gonna shock them and stress them, and there's a possibility that might kill them. So we don't want that. So we're gonna be asking or borrowing water from the goldfish tank. So once I place the water, I place the plastics to acclimate them. So we're just gonna let them float. I've explained acclimating in my previous video, and maybe in the future I'm gonna make a video solely just to explain why acclimating is important and how it really works. So basically, we're just gonna let them float for a few minutes, maybe 30 minutes. And then from time to time, after like a few minutes in, we're gonna try to pour in some water, just so they're gonna get a taste of the new water parameters. They're gonna adjust to it and adapt to it and get comfortable with it. So that if we try to, once we let them out from the plastic bags, they're not gonna get in shock also with the parameters of the water. So while we're waiting for those guys to acclimate, we're gonna place our new Bacopa plants in this goldfish tank. So we're just gonna store them here for now. And the reason why is I was actually planning to set up the 5-gallon tank right away, but I forgot that if you're trying to keep a beta with some tank mates, you have to put in the tank mates first. Because if you put in the beta first, they're gonna get very territorial. They're gonna mark that whole tank. That is their territory. And if you're gonna put the fishes, the tank mates, after the beta, they're just gonna try to attack them. They're gonna be more aggressive towards them, because there's like, I was here first. This is my tank. I've never seen you here before, and they're just gonna fight them. So that's what I'm planning. First, I'm gonna get some guppies. I really like guppies. I'm gonna try to get some, strains that I haven't had before, or maybe some rainbow fish, because the males are really cute. They have these little fins on the top of their head. We'll see. So now we're adding some aerator. We're preparing the aerator for this tank. For this tub. So that's good. And now we've released them. So after 30 minutes of acclimating them, 30 minutes of, from time to time adding new water in, they're ready to go. So now they're here, and they're really cute. They're bonding, and I think they like each other, because the ranchu keeps on following the koi, the baby koi, and the koi also doesn't leave the side of the ranchu. They keep on following each other. So that's really cute. So I mentioned earlier, I'm not gonna use the 5-gallon tank because it's too small. And so I'm going out right now to buy some just plastic container, at least 15-gallon or 20-gallon volume of plastic container, so we can place those goldfish in and koi. So now we're at Novo. So Novo has a lot of stuff. It's very cheap, and it's like wholesale. So as you can see, there's a bunch of stuff. And I went at where they store their water containers and stuff, their plastic tubs. And unfortunately, they didn't have those rectangular tubs. All they had was just this circular, water tubs. And the only things I bought were actually these food containers. So making a mess at my car seat right now. So just bought those so I can use them for the fish feeds. And now we're moving to Mr. DIY. So Novo didn't have what we're looking for. And I know Mr. DIY has these huge containers, black containers. And they're a great option if you don't have a budget to buy a large aquarium to store some fishes, or at least to have a hospital tank. These are a great option. So this is the tank I got. The tub I got. So I didn't vlog when I was at DIY just because I'm shy, and there was a bunch of people there. There was a lot of people, and I'm not used to vlogging in public yet. Okay. So we're just gonna fill this with water and we're gonna scrub it down to remove any toxic contaminants it may have. And I'm actually planning to place it under the 70-gallon tank. So we're gonna move this storage box to the left and we're gonna put it, the black box, to the right. And I was struggling here. I was really struggling here. It was so heavy. So once we got it in place, we're just gonna push it as far as we can to the left to make space for the black tub. And we actually have this. That's why we have to like maximize all the space here. And as you can hear from the background, it's raining so hard. So earlier it was really hot. It was really hot. It was scorching hot, and now it's raining, pouring really hard. So crazy weather. So we have the water filled thanks with the rain also, and we're just gonna scrub it down. And once we're done with that, I'm just gonna pour out all the water, try to clean it and bring it in. So we're gonna bring it in, see how it looks like under that 70-gallon tank. So now we have it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna place this cover. If I do, it might bend. So in the end, I just decided to remove it. So I was planning to have it like this, but I just decided to have it more vertical because I can see the fishes better this way. Yeah, I like to admire my fishes. And then now this is how it looks. So we're filling it up with water now. And we're just gonna check with the fishies, with the koi and the goldie ranchu, and they're getting along pretty well. They've ate majority of the pellets I dropped in this tub. So we actually added some biomedias in this tank just so that the nitrifying bacteria will have more surface area to grow on. And using this old sponge filter from the goldfish tank, we're gonna use that for this tub. And the reason why is because that sponge filter has been in that goldfish tank for so long, that's already cultivated so much nitrifying bacteria that it's gonna be much more quicker to cycle this tank using that sponge filter. So now we have it. We're now acclimating the goldies inside. And we also made use of this extra light we have. You've probably seen this in previous videos, and it's just been collecting dust. And I'm gonna use it for the 5-gallon tank, but for now, it's just gonna be in this tub. So the 5-gallon tank, we're gonna make a video on that. We're gonna aquascape it again. So it's the second aquascape project for Cal. We'll see what's gonna happen. So these guys, they're so cute. They're just bonding. They haven't left each other's side after I put them in the tub. And they're so cute. There's no fin nipping, there's no aggression, they're just having fun. So yeah, that's it for this video. I'm gonna update you guys. I'm so excited to see them grow. And once they've grown enough size that the goldfish can't really bully them, I'm gonna transfer them to the goldfish tank. So I'm gonna update you guys with that. And I'm gonna see you on the next video.